Hey everybody, this is Lord Magicus. This is our last round of Blue-White Merfolk in Modern. We are up against a Reejerey on deck on the play. They haven't revealed it yet, but we see it. There we go. What is with these hands? These opening hands just suck ass. Alright, I guess we keep this. This is not much better. We're just going to ditch Force. Fuck, this is just terrible. Like, I don't really care for this hand too much against a Reejerey on deck anyway, so I don't know. Maybe it will be lucky and this will be like the burn deck again. No, it's not. It's definitely like an Omnath deck here. If they want to bolt this Cursecatcher, they have to do it now. They're not going to be able to bolt the Mariner. Okay, they're not. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Maybe we should have attacked first, just in case. We get Reejerey coming down, and we are protected against Teferi, so that's something. Yeah, I would like to pay 2 life. You're not going to be able to counter this, so that's fine. Yeah, and Teferi's not going to do anything next turn, so we're just going to have to try to kill them before anything bad happens. Which we can get pretty close. We have a Lord. If we draw like another Lord, does it kill them? So this could be 4, 4, and 5. Yeah, so if we draw a Lord off the top, that could be enough. So playing Seas right now doesn't really do anything for us. So I think, how do I do this? That's Forest, Island, Mountain. It's Plain, Swamp, Forest. Well, they can still fetch out whatever basic they need. So I'm trying to think if there's any way to beat like Supreme Verdict. If we hit this one, they can get a basic Plains with this. And they'll still have islands, plains. Well, I guess they would need another plains, though. So maybe we hit this one. I guess do I tap any of these down? Oh, hold on. That's wrong. What the hell is this? I guess I just Cursecatcher and counter this, right? Seven damage is still fine. means if, yeah, it should keep them off of playing. Well, I guess, what, if they play Omnath, it doesn't really matter. Alright, well, if they have Verdict, they can actually cast it. They could have Cryptic, I guess. No, they... Okay, so I guess here... I can just play Silvergill Adept and, like, tap this down, right? What could they have? Like, maybe Settle the Wreckage? We'll untap this. Let's see, if we draw maybe Force of Negation, I might hold that up. If they play like another Caius Guile, that's okay. Because I still win, like... Okay, that I don't think matters. I just play a Lord, right? So they go to 7, and then I just attack for 8. So if I sack the Reejerey, and then I play a Master, I still win, and then, yeah, this keeps, like, Fatal Push and Bolt off. Which means I think, yeah, we got this. Alright. So this definitely looks like the Niv Mizzet deck. Stealing game 1 is really important, I think. Let's see. Our taxing plan is actually pretty good against them. I think... I don't know. I don't know that Spreading Seas actually helps that much. Like, they have a lot of mana fixing in their deck. Skyclave is probably important because they have, like, Omnath and we need to eat that thing. I think I just want the counter spells here. Like, Spreading Seas is only, like, okay. It's not... I mean, they're a 4-color deck, but their mana fixing is really strong, so I don't know that Seas is going to do enough. And they give us Island Walk a lot of the time anyway, so... I think I would just rather have more counter spells for stuff like their Bring to Light and their Niv Mizzet. I think the Deprives are important, and, like, hitting the Bring to Light or even, like, the Caius Guiles and shit like that with Force is fine. Otherwise, do I want any of the rest of this? I don't think so. Might also have, like, some sweepers, like... What is it? Solar Flare, I think, is one. Is that the one? No, there's, like, a 4-mana one where, like, each creature deals damage to itself equal to its power, that they play that one sometimes. It's from, like, Ravnica Legions or something. What that block? I don't remember. I think it's not called Solar Flare, but I don't remember what it's actually called. But that they run that because it's a red-white card that they can, like, hit off of Niv Mizzet, so they can find a sweeper with it. It's pretty good. I've seen them play it a few times. So Force is useful for stuff like that. Yeah, the thing is, if we sacked Mariner there was a chance that they might have had something like Lightning Bolt in their hand that they could have killed a Lord, and then we wouldn't have killed him that turn, so... Them being at exactly 7 was pretty relevant. What am I supposed to do with this? My hand is full of, like, 3 drops and then 1 land. That's not good. I've had to mulligan almost every hand I think we've had this league. It's been ridiculous. This is not any better. Fuck you, Mutavault. You are terrible. I hate you. Like, you do nothing for this deck. I don't think I'm going to get any better than this. I have to keep this. I don't like this at all, but... Because if they like do okay, well, I don't know why they were shocking themselves. Well, that was good. They'll get a Hallowed Fountain at the end of turn. I guess were they holding up Fatal Push there? That's the only thing I can assume. If they were gonna see, I wanted the Force just in case they played Utopia Sprawl. That would have been important to hit. If they're playing Ren and 6, I'm 1000% countering this. Let's pitch Lord. You can't have that. That's way too good. Way too good. Now in case they have Teferi, we have the Mariner to protect us a little bit. No, they're not going to have Teferi, never mind, because, yeah, their mana is terrible. Okay, not this turn anyway. I don't know what they could have this turn, like... I guess if they have Utopia Sprawl, they could have had it. I think I want to play this Master the Pearl Trident. I don't know why, I just get the sense that that seems like the safest thing to do. They did have Fatal Push, alright, so it's going to trigger. It might have been correct to play Reejerey there, actually. No, because they probably don't have something like... Yeah, they're not going to have a taxing counterspell where I need the extra one. That was probably pointless. Okay, well this is not boding well. I guess I just play Reejerey here. It's not going well. They have like a lot more removal, it seems, this time. This is guaranteed to come into play tap, so I may as well play it. And they have Assassin's Trophy. That doesn't feel good. It seems like we could die at any second if they just play like Bring to Light right now. They can just play like Valky and the game's basically over. And that seems like what's about to happen. Or even Niv Mizzet, just refill their hand. Like, that game is just effectively over at that point. Alright, let's see what they get, but like, we're basically conceding here. Let's let them show us some cards. What, are you gonna get Niv or are you gonna get Valky? I think, yeah, they get Valky. Alright. I'm not gonna show them anything. We'll just run this back. Yeah, that didn't go well. Come on, good hand, good hand. Please, just let us keep a 7. Please. This is a very hard match. No, I don't feel confident about it for the most part. Like, I think this deck is incredibly strong, and there is not nearly enough Blood Moon playable right now to keep it in check. I think this hand's pretty good. I am very happy to keep this. Lead off on the Seachrome. I really don't want to fetch out basic islands unless it's absolutely necessary because of Assassin's Trophy. They can very easily run us out. And plus we have Skyclave, so there's a chance I may want to cast it for 3 mana at some point, so I probably need to get Hallowed Fountain with this. But I can wait until turn 2 to do it, just in case they draw another Seachrome. Well, they mulled to 6. That's a good sign. Alright. So, I guess if they're on Renin 6 for, like, turn 2, we actually have a reasonable play against that. So we can Vial in the Cursecatcher and surprise kill it. I would love to take up Aether Vial. That's pretty good too. Actually, I like this plan a lot more. Because it means they can't even like Fatal Push this right now. I love the way that this like really hurts their clunk factor with like they're coming to play tapped lands. Makes it very difficult for them to use their removal wisely. Like here, if they want to Fatal Push this thing, like they're gonna have to pay 2 mana and then the Cursecatcher is just gonna counter it. Okay. But I can kill this Renin 6 pretty easily. If I draw a land, I might even just apparate it. Oh. I think I have to keep Glasspool in my hand for right now. So just play Lord of Atlantis and kill Renin 6. That seems like a good plan. If I have to use Force, I can pitch the Glasspool to it. Tick Vial up next turn for Skyclave if necessary. If I cast it with this, then it threatens that I have another Lord. Otherwise, maybe I might even use Glasspool on the to copy the Lord of Atlantis, put an even bigger clock in, or maybe the Mariner. That's also reasonable. Like if they play Teferi here, it doesn't mean dink. Valky, God of Lies. I have nothing against this. They're gonna take something here, and that sucks. Probably have to take Glasspool Mimic actually. Because if I can just copy the Lord and swing past this thing really easily. They take Apparition, that's not a big deal. Yeah. So what I really want is a land so I can hold up Force and do this. Please land. It could be worse. At least I still have Force up for their turn. Because this seems winning, unless they have exactly Supreme Verdict. Which I am willing to gamble on them, because having exactly Verdict in, like, yeah, 80 cards, it's kind of hard. They don't play a lot of copies of it, I don't think so. There we go. We did it. We got there. We beat them. They didn't have Verdict. They were like, yeah, there's no way. We can't beat the Cursecatcher. Even if they had the 4-mana sweeper, there was no way that they could do it. Actually, can I find out what it is? Hold on. Let me see. I want to find out the name of this card is so I can actually like share it. What the fuck is it called? Like, the thing is, a lot of these Nibdelite decks are very different from each other, so... This is showing, like, the Pioneers one. I want to know what it is. Alright, hold on. Alright, fine. I'm gonna look at the card spoiler for this quick. I gotta find it. Alright, so I forget, is Boros in the first one or the second one? Are you shitting me? The card gallery is not even up yet? Okay. So we want white, red, converted mana cost 4. And it is rare. Search for these options. There can't be that many of these. Hold on, exactly these colors. Oops, that matters. Alright. Okay. There's not many of these. Alright, so where is it? Solar Blaze, that's the one. Alright. Will this let me... Can I find it in here? I have to change this to quantity 0. Right, there we go. That's the one. Yeah, I think they sometimes play this card, because this is a sweeper that Niv Mizzet can actually grab. I was wrong, it's War of the Spark. No, it was still in the block. I said the block, so... But yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. There we go. So, I think the only matches we lost were, like... Well, we lost against Tron, which I think we had, like, a reasonable chance to beat, and then... What was the other one? Damn it, I can't even... Oh, the Electrodominance deck, which, again, I think we have a really good chance to beat. So I think, overall, like, this was it seemed like this list was pretty configured to what we were fighting. Yeah. It's pretty impressed with it. I don't think Skyclave got to do a whole lot, but it definitely had value. I'm coming around on Mariner. I think when you play it with these two cards, then Mariner's actually good. I think the problem is every time that I had played it in the past, it was in like the Lurrus version of the deck, and the Lurrus version doesn't get to play it with Glasspool Mimic. And that's a huge problem because, again, you need multiple copies of this card so it can start stacking with itself. Or like even like Cursecatchers plus this to like really start super taxing the stuff. So like then at best, if they're lucky, they can kill like a Cursecatcher with a lightning bolt instead of killing the Lord with it. Because now their bolt is going to cost like 3 mana, and yeah, it'll be great. Yeah, and I think, you know, the Reejerey definitely helped applying pressure. Like the fact that we have 3 drops to tick Vial up to 3 is a pretty big deal. I like that. Mutavault, like, almost screwed us on mana once, so I am not super thrilled with Mutavault in this list, but, like, we probably need to keep some copies of it, so. Other than that, we didn't really get to play a lot of these, so. But, Forge-Tender was actually, like, kind of useful. It saved us 5 life from a Thunderous Wrath. That was pretty good. And we didn't get to play the Chalice, but, like, the Chalice would have been fantastic in that Electrodominance match, so... Yeah, I'd say this... I think there's definitely, like, a future for Blue-White Merfolk. Like, this seems like a pretty good build. I would play this again. I think there's some... Yeah, we're on to something with this, so... yeah, I would say, as long as, like, the meta doesn't change a whole lot, this is probably almost exactly the list I would try it again, so... Please, give this a thumbs up. This was a tough week, and we managed to still come out ahead, so that's good. Yeah, your support means the world to me. I love it. Yeah, maybe next week we might play some Simic and Legacy. I'm not sure yet. There, you know, we're gonna slowly incorporate a little bit more Legacy back into the rotation, since I've been paying attention. Some of you really like your Legacy, and I think that it's in a state where, like, it's playable, even if we're not as good as we used to be. I think, like, at least Merfolk is playable in Legacy. It's just not going to be the best deck, but it's at least still fun enough to play and depending on whatever your league matchups are, it might be really good depending. So as long as you don't run into a lot of black decks, it's probably really fine. So we might do some more of that, and then maybe in the future we'll play more of this in Modern. Yeah, that's all I got for now. Everybody, thank you so much. I will see you again next week.